Before whales ruled the oceans, they ran from the ocean, not with fins, not with fluke, but with legs thin, trembling legs that could carry them across hot stone and river mud. And the first whale wasn't a monster of the deep. It was a small, wolf-sized creature standing on land, breathing dusty air, listening to the distant roar of water like a call. It didn't yet understand. Its name was Pakicetus, and it is the beginning of one of the most cinematic transformations life has ever filmed. A land animal stepping into the sea and never truly coming back. Picture Earth 50 million years ago. No skyscrapers, no roads, no cities. Only a young world that still feels unfinished, raw, loud, steaming at the edges. The region that will one day be Pakistan is not the arid landscape we know today. It's a wide, humid theater of life, river valleys braided like veins, mangrove like forests, monsoon rains that hit the land with percussion, and sunlight that burns through the haze like a spotlight searching for movement. The rivers are everything here. They carve the terrain. They feed the plants. They gather predators. Water is not calm. Water is power, a moving corridor of opportunity and risk. Along the banks, insects hover like dust motes in a beam of light. Small mammals skitter through undergrowth. Crocodile-like reptiles wait in stillness, so perfect it looks like death. Birds shriek above. Somewhere deeper in the greenery, a big cat like hunter watches, patient, calculating. And in this world, this steaming prehistoric soundstage, something strange steps out from behind the brush. It's not graceful, not yet. A long-snouted animal, about the size of a large dog, moves with quick, cautious energy. Its body is built for land, but its behavior is different. It doesn't just drink from the river, it studies the water. As if the water is a doorway, this is Pakicetus, a creature caught between two worlds, standing on the edge of a decision its species hasn't made yet. If you were there, if you could crouch in the reeds and watch it, Pakicetus might not look heroic. It might look nervous, because evolution doesn't feel like destiny while it's happening. It feels like risk. Pakicetus doesn't know it's the first whale. It doesn't know it's famous. It only knows this: land is loud with competition. Land is crowded. Land is a constant equation of hunger and danger. Every day is a question: can I eat without being eaten? Pakicetus moves like an animal that has learned fear as a survival skill. It's alert, always listening, always scanning. Its ears catch the sounds of predators, but also something else: the low, heavy presence of water. And the river offers a different kind of promise. In the water, food is abundant. Fish flicker through shallow currents like living silver. Bodies drift, carcasses sink. There are meals down there that a land hunter can't touch unless it's willing to get wet, to step into the cold uncertainty. But water is also a trap. If you slip, you can drown. If you stay too long, you lose speed. If something grabs you from below, there is no solid ground to fight on. So Pakicetus does what early pioneers always do. It tests. A paw touches water, a step deeper, a pause, breath held. You can almost feel the calculation in its posture, like a soldier at the edge of a battlefield, trying to read the terrain. And here's where it gets strangely relatable, because this story isn't just about bones and fossils. It's about a creature standing at the border of the unknown, tempted by a new world that might kill it, and still stepping forward anyway. That's a feeling humans understand intimately. The first time we left the safety of the familiar. The first time we crossed an ocean. The first time, we chased a dream that wasn't guaranteed. Pakicetus is not thinking in words, but it is living the oldest narrative on Earth: adapt or disappear. So it hunts near water, it moves along riverbanks, it learns the rhythm of the current. It begins to spend more time in places where land and water blur into each other. And slowly, almost invisibly, the story begins to turn. Because evolution doesn't announce itself. It whispers through tiny advantages: a little better balance in mud, a little more comfort in shallow water, a little more success finding food where others can't. And those tiny advantages stack like stones. Until one day, the animal that once avoided the water finds itself returning to it, not because it wants to become something else, but because the water keeps paying it back. Now here's the twist that makes Pakicetus more than just a land mammal near a river. The proof that it belongs to the whale story isn't in a dramatic fin or a tail. It's hidden inside the skull. Deep in the ear region, where sound is processed, Pakicetus carries a signature structure that links it to whales, a distinctive bony feature that suggests it was beginning to hear the world in a different way. That is wild to imagine, because hearing isn't just a sense, it's a map. If Pakicetus is starting to evolve whale-like hearing traits, then it isn't merely visiting the water, it's starting to live for it. And that changes everything. It means the whale story didn't begin with swimming. It began with listening to splashes, listening to vibrations, listening to the hidden movement of prey beneath the surface. In a world where eyesight can be blocked by murky water and vegetation, sound becomes the first true tool of the aquatic hunter. Pakicetus, still on land, is already becoming tuned to the water like a radio catching a new frequency. And the transformation doesn't stop there. Over time, across generations, its descendants begin to change in ways that look like a slow motion metamorphosis. Bodies that become better at pushing through water, limbs that begin to shift toward paddling, nostrils that migrate, inch by inch, toward the top of the head, spines that become more flexible, enabling undulating movement, tails that start to take on the job of propulsion. But the most mind-bending part is this: whales didn't evolve into the ocean because they were forced into it by one catastrophe. They evolved into the ocean because the shoreline was a ladder made of mud and hunger and opportunity. Each rung was small, each step was survivable. And over millions of years, those small steps carried an animal so far into the sea that it eventually lost the ability to return. Imagine that moment not as one creature, but as a lineage, a line of ancestors, each one slightly more at home in the water than the last, each one trading a bit of land speed for water efficiency, each one becoming more hydrodynamic, more buoyant, more adapted to a world that was once hostile. Until one day, far down the timeline, a descendant surfaces. It breathes, it dives, and it doesn't even know what land is. That's the true twist. The whale is not an ocean animal that happened to resemble a mammal. The whale is a mammal that made the ocean its planet. And Pakicetus is the first frame of that film, a land creature at the water's edge. The camera slowly pulls back, and you realize you're watching the opening scene of a saga spanning tens of millions of years. So when you see a whale today, when you watch that massive body rise through the surface, exhale a cloud of breath into the sky, and disappear into the deep, remember what you're really seeing. You're seeing an animal that carries a ghost in its genes. A ghost that once walked on land under a burning sun. A ghost that once listened to rivers like they were calling its name. A ghost that took a step into the water and changed the future of life. Pakicetus didn't become a whale overnight, but it did something even more powerful. It proved that identity in nature is not fixed. It's negotiated, one risky step at a time. And the ocean vast, indifferent, eternal, still holds the descendants of that first decision. A reminder that evolution is not a straight line, it's a story. And sometimes, the greatest stories begin at the edge of fear, with a single creature standing between worlds, choosing the unknown. If you want the next chapter of this transformation, how the early whale descendants began to truly swim, hunt, and reshape their bodies for the sea, follow and comment next. And I'll tell you the story of the creatures that came after Pakicetus,